Students of class 10th. Student, today we learn about section 5 working with page and section breaks from unit 2nd. Children, as you know, the page break and section break are the two features that help in formatting the page layout in a Word document. Page breaks helps to separate contents between pages, whereas section breaks help in splitting the document into sections, thus making the text readable and presentable. The student, as we are starting a new page in document, so you can use the page break to separate the content between pages. For example, you can use a page break if you are writing a bibliography so that it starts from a new page. Now, next we can talk about here the column section, section breaks offer more options, flexibility, and readability to the text. For example, page numbering, margins, header, footers, page orientation, and borders. In the following section, you will be introduced to different types of page and section breaks. So let's have a discuss with this as a option given as a page break and section breaks. Children, you can see on the screen this is the option of page break, and from which tab we can find the page break. As you can see on the screen, this is the page layout tab. In this tab we will click, as you click on this tab we find here the page setup. In this page setup group we find the page breaks option. The children, as you click on this breaks option, you find the breaks related to the page breaks and column breaks here. Column means in the category of the page breaks we find here the page break, column break, even page break, odd page break here, and some in the section also, same as like here we find the related to the breaking here, page breaking here. So if you want to add a break, page break, so then what you have to do, the first place a cursor where you, from where you want to shift to the next page, means from which line or from which word or text you want to break. Okay, children, so what you will first click here, click on the insert tab, and as a insert tab you can, as a find here, click on this option, and in the page group, as a click on the page option. The as a page layout, in the page setup group also we can find here the insert group, insert tab we can find here page break, and as well as in the page layout tab. The page layout tab will give you here the page setup group, as you can see here the page setup group, and click on the breaks drop down and select the page. The text will be shifted to a new page. Then sometime we need here to shift that but from particular line or from particular words to the next page. So for this for that needs, we can use this page break option. So children, as we can find here the same as like in the inserting the section also, for the looking here the page breaks, as you can see on the screen on the page break, here you can see this option as a given about the page break as a here. The look here, this is a first here breaks option. When you click on the break option you will find the as a page and column here. So this way we can find here page breaking here. if you want to page break from the that particular words or line, you can select and click on this option, so automatically that will be as a separated from that line or word. If you want to separate that word from the column, but before applying the column you have to set the column setting also before applying that. So here children we can find this is the here the column and page breaking here. Student, now next we find here the section break here. Section break, as you can see in the break option, below the page break option we find the section option as a section break option here. The next page, continuous, even page and odd page, we find these type of option in the category of the section breaks here. The next page to let you to separate that line or that word from the next page, same as like here the page breaking. Continuous, if we want to as a continuous means related to a such as separating from the starting to the next, I mean from starting or from the first page to the last page. As you press the enter for separating the next paragraph to the next page, this option do that same thing. Even page, as you know children, if you want to separate that line or paragraph in the even page number, so as even 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 like this, you don't want the odd number, so you can choose this option for separating your paragraph or lines or text in a even page number. And if you want to as a set your page number in odd page wise here, the like 1 3 5 7, so that will paragraph will be appeared in a 3 5 7 9 like this. You can get the as a odd page wise number. So children, as I told you like this here, but I think if we will do practically, so this thing I we can understand properly way. So let's have a look of the practical view. Children, now first let click on the page layout, as you will get the page setup as I told you earlier. And now from this page setup group we find page break, and now here click on this page break option. We find here same like as I told you, page, column and text wrapping. Here the two section, page break and column section here, I mean section break here. The first, if you want to page break, the first of all place your cursor from which line or text you want to break. As a click on that, you can see children here that text will be appeared in the next page as a breaking the page. Now second, here we find the column wise. If you want to set your as a 1 2 3 column, so first of all you have to set the column, then you can click on the column option. That will be as a section wise will be as a separated here. And if you haven't, then it means it will look like as a normal paragraph. So here as a column, the column it look like as if you have not set the column. So but before as a section wise, so as a column wise, so we have to set the column. Text wrapping here, it will let to that word or character in a one line as a text wrapping here. So as you can see, the place your cursor and from which word or line you want to wrap in the one line, so this option we find for the text wrapping. But we don't use okay frequently in our document. We use this option text wrapping with the images. Okay, so we find here text wrapping with the images. You can see as a one word we can adjust in one line here. As you can see, the now as we find here the section break as we find here from the next page as a continuous, even and odd. The first of all place your cursor and click on the next page. It will be same like as a page break. It will be separate that line from the as a first page to the next page. Here you can see here as the same as the page break option. Now this is a continuous is same like as it will be separate your, first of all, as we select that line from which we want to separate or place, as a click on the as a continuous. The continuous means that will text will be separate in the next line only here, as that is a continuous here. And event page, as I told you, if you want to separate that line or paragraph in event page number, that if suppose if you are 1, so then it will be as a 2. Then if you will again separate, then it will be go in the page number 4 as a. So this you can see here the event page number as a status bar it is showing here. So this way we can as a send to that paragraph in a event page number to children. As you can see, as a now as a odd page, same as like here the even means as a even number, but here odd means 1 2 3. If you separate that line or text, it will go to the as a in a page number 3. If you will separate from 3, it will be go to the page number 5. So this means when we need some time for the separating the page, even even or odd wise, so we can as a select. Now it is a hide and unhide your section or page breaking. So here we can click on this paragraph hide and paragraph as a unhide. So by this we can open here as a click on the home tab, we can find here. And if you want to delete that paragraph section or separation, to only select your mouse pointer, select place your cursor and press the delete button. This way children, we can delete the separation of the section of the page breaking. So here student, as I tried to tell you about the page breaking, inserting and removing also here. So I think you can see here it is you can remove or separate by as manually, but it takes a time here. If you as a use the page breaking, so automatically it will separate to the next line, next page.